3 years ago, the Amazing Digital Circus was just a weird indie pilot on YouTube. Now it's one of the biggest animated web series on the internet, with millions of fans, merch drop, cinema screening, Netflix deals, and a fandom that was basically impossible to escape. And now, it's over. After dodging theater spoilers, leaks, and half the internet trying to ruin the finale for me, I finally watched it. So, did the Amazing Digital Circus strike the landing or trip at the finish line? Oh boy, people weren't kidding that this becomes the Jax show. Juiceworks did say Jax and Pomni were the main characters. It didn't feel like that up until episode 5. And after episode 5, it felt like the cast was slowly getting less screen time compared to Jax. Now, normally I'll complain about that, but Jax is my favorite character, so I wasn't exactly suffering like the rest of you guys. Oh baby, the thing I've been waiting forever, it finally dawned this episode, was Jax's backstory. Ever since the gun episode, I've been thinking, okay, next episode we're finally gonna learn about Ribbit. And the next episode comes out, and guess what? Nothing! And then another episode comes out, and guess what? Nothing again! But hey, in the finale, finally getting the backstory between Jax and Kaufmo and Ribbit was one of the best highlights for me. Look how I felt in my first review of the series. Goose! I'm still waiting for Kaufmo and Ribbit's flashback. You didn't get her wife one. Also, Film Fairy, y'all were not cooking with that Jack Black Kaufmo theory. The emotional moments also hit harder than I expected. Jack's breakdown and eventually abstracting actually got me a little emotional. Also, Jax just abstracting like that, it felt off, too underwhelming. I mean, I guess Juice said that the show is meant to be binge, so I guess us seeing the last 3 episodes of Jax almost abstracting, and now this episode abstracting, if you binge it, it feels more satisfying than what we actually got. We had to wait 5 months for each episode to come out. That being said, I do have some major problems. The biggest one is that this is the finale. I feel like Zuba and Pomni barely interacted throughout the entire show. And by the time the credits rolled, I found myself wishing some of the cast had gotten a little more attention, screen time. In the finale, Jax and Pomni got plenty of screen time. Ragatha got some, same for Kenya a little bit. But Zuba and Dango, rest in peace their screen time. They should have done more. We should have had, Bubbles is barely, Bubbles died. He's never back. We should have got more. This show should have been 12 episodes, not 9. But hey, Juice originally tended to have 9 episodes, so Another issue I had was that some characters felt more like plot devices than actual characters. Going at you, Ribbit. You have potential, Ribbit. You have potential. Certain storylines got wrapped really quickly, while other mysteries barely got touched. Which leads me to another complaint. I still have questions, what exactly was going on with some of the circus history? Hello? I wanted more information about CNA. I wanted more details about certain characters. And honestly, I think this show could have benefited from more episodes. I don't know if it's just me, but as I said before, this story could have really benefited from at least 2 or 3 more adventures. Now let's shift gears and talk about the ending. Apparently, I was right about the brain scans theory. Play the clip. What if Bubbles is the final boss? What if these aren't the real humans, but just brain scans trapped in a loop while the real people are just living their life? So I guess that's cool, but the human reveal left me with mixed feelings. The show frames it as this hopeful and happy moment where everybody finally learns who they really are. And don't get me wrong, it is a good scene, but if I were one of those characters, I'll be having a complete breakdown. You're telling me my real life has been moving on this whole time? My family still exists, my friends still exist, I got kids in the real world, and I'm trapped in a digital circus forever? I'll be sobbing. That information would destroy me, man. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that's kind of the point. The Amazing Digital Circus was never really about escaping. It was about learning how to keep going when life gets boring, repetitive, unfair, or completely out of your control. Living a stagnant life. That's why even though I don't agree with every decision the finale made, I still liked it. I liked seeing the characters happy. And I liked the message the show was trying to leave us with. Now, before I end this review, I have a few random thoughts. If Jackson never threw Django's mask away back in episode 3, half of this show probably doesn't happen. Every time they say,
we're all in this together.
I get flashbacks to high school. We're all in this together once we know who we are, blah, 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 blah. When Jack said this,
Congratulations, Zooble! Guess you still get to leave your mom.
I don't know why, it reminded me of this. I started laughing.
Congratulations, all of my friends.
If you still sticked around to see all my scrambled tots, then thank you. Overall, I had a good time with this finale. Could it have been better? Yeah. Could it have been longer? Absolutely. But after 3 years, I'm just happy I got to see these characters reach the finish line. The finale, I would give it a 7 out of 10. The series as a whole, an 8 out of 10. Anyways, that's the end of the Amazing Digital Circus. Have a nice day, stay lucky, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay lucky. You guys still haven't let me know if you like in the comments. I hope you do it this time. If you don't, I know you live. I have your address. If you haven't yet, check out my first review on the circus. Bye. Bye.